Hey, I hope you're doing well. I'm reaching out just to give you an update on the Aliso Viejo real estate market. I'm seeing a lot of national headlines and stats that focus on sort of a limited part of the picture. So I wanted to share a few screens with you and show you what's going on. I keep hearing people talk about the market being really down in terms of real estate, and I want to clarify what they're meaning by down. So I'm going to start by looking at sale price to list price ratio. And that simply means what percentage of asking price do homes receive. So when you hover right here, if you can see in 2020, we hover just below 100 at the beginning of the year. This dip is what happened right at the beginning of COVID. And that's when some of the sellers sort of panicked because they didn't know what was going to happen to the market. There was a little panic selling, and even at its worst, they took maybe 2% off of their sale price. It went right back up to about 100% where it stayed for most of 2020. Beginning toward the end of 2021, it just started a steady uphill climb, and it peaked at 108%. So on average, last year at this time, homes were getting 108% of asking. So for example, you put a home on at $1 million, on average, it's going to sell for $1,080,000. And then in the spring of last year, as you probably remember, interest rates started to go up and a whole bunch of buyers exited the market. And you can see what happens when buyers exit the market. What we start having is fewer and fewer bidding wars, and bidding wars really are what result in these higher sale price to list price ratios. So as this declines, I think of this as a sort of an example of what happens when buyers exit the market. We bottomed out here in November at about, I would say, 97%. So at its worst, we were seeing a few percentage points coming off on average to close a deal. But interestingly, beginning towards December of this past year, we started to climb back up, and it's now flattening out just below 100 again. So you kind of go back to where we were over here. It seems like we're settling back into a normal Aliso Viejo market.
Stay tuned. We have part 2 coming soon.